Hello everybody and welcome back to the F1 2016 live career mode being streamed right now on YouTube, where we're here for episode number 44 of season 2 of our career mode. We are here at Hockenheim for the German Grand Prix, and if you missed the qualifying stream, guys, we had a bit of a blunder at the end, which you can see in the last video, but we're here anyway for the race. And without further ado, let's hear what our agent has to say for our expectations for the race, as we've got Crofty and Anthony Davison just chilling with Anthony in a very nice pinky purple top there. I have to say, very cheeky as well, with Sainz in the background there. He's obviously not going to be happy with being number 2 driver. All will be explained after we hear from our agent.
Hi, guess who? I've seen the team's expectations for the race, so I thought I'd pass them on and wish you luck. Take care. So
we've got to finish 3rd or higher, so we've basically got to be on the podium. Beat Vettel, of course, who has a 5 grid penalty, which is very nice. And beat Carlos Sainz as well, and stay 8th in the championship. I think we'll be fine with that, because as I'm going to show you guys, in the last race in Hungary, it didn't really go well for us. We had a great start, and then it didn't go well, because we had a bit of an issue, a bit of a teeny-weeny issue with pit strategy, which cost us there. But we are currently, as that is not what I want to see. I want to see the Drivers' Championship. There we go. We're currently 4th. We've jumped Ricciardo as he retired from the race, unfortunately. But we're only 30 points off Raikkonen in the standings. But the top 5 covered by 35 points. So this second half of the season is going to go down to the wire, I feel, in this series. And it's going to be good for you guys, because you may see something very exciting there. So we'll see how that goes. And in the Constructors, we're P3, 19 points ahead of Mercedes. And that is my goal for the rest of the season, to try and beat Mercedes in this car. So we'll wait and see if we can maybe stay in the midfield team, or maybe go up to Williams, possibly even McLaren might be a possibility. But we'll wait and see how that goes. But without further ado, guys, we're going to head now for the race for the German Grand Prix. It is live on YouTube right now. Let's see if we can pull off another win in the bag and get our championship contentions on notice.
There's nowhere at all I'd rather be today than here at Hockenheim for the German Grand Prix. We have an incredibly competitive field this year, which means we should be in for a treat. And judging by the sea of people filling the grandstands, there's a fair-sized chunk of Germany that agrees with me. We're racing in the Rhine Valley this weekend at the home of many of the sport's finest competitors. The 2.8-mile Hockenheim ring requires precision through the technical stadium section and great raw speed down the long, flat-out curve towards the popular overtaking zone of the Turn 6 hairpin. Watch out for a lot of wheel-to-wheel action there today. As the drivers complete their preparations down below us on the grid, one man who's no stranger to the pre-race pressure is Anthony Davison, who joins me in the commentary box today. Great to have you with us, Ant. I'm sure you can tell us all about what goes through a driver's head before lights out.
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
Okay, remember to protect the inside on the run down to turn 1. Make yourself as wide as possible, robust but fair.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. It's Toro Rosso in pole position then, and P2 goes to Daniel Ricciardo, a strong showing from the Australian. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Alonso, Nico Rosberg, and Verstappen, Vettel, Hamilton, Sainz, and Felipe Massa. Button.
So here we are, lads, on the grid for the German Grand Prix, and as you can see, we are on the soft tyre, as once again, you guys know I like to do a little bit of a different strategy, and I can firstly say apologies if there is any lag during the sequence, during that thing. I don't know why, but OBS for some reason doesn't like me doesn't like it lagging for some... I don't know why it's lagging at all. And if there is any lag in the pit lane, guys, I apologise. I have no idea why it's doing it, but everywhere else it's fine. Just thought I'd get that in the air right now. But anyway, we've got a two-stop strategy. It's going to be overcast weather as well, so there is no rain expected, which is important for us as well. And we will stick with this strategy. May even go on to the mediums in the middle stint, just because I don't like running the slower tyre at the end of the race, so I'll leave it at that. But we're going to head now on to the setup quickly, because I know a lot of you have requested me to show the setup. So here is my set that I'm running for this race. You can use it if you want for your career modes or your online experience in multiplayer or in league races. It's entirely up to you. It works for me, and hopefully it will work for you guys as well on there. So I'm going to be doing that for every single race now for the rest of the series, so it's good for you guys. And just for a start, doesn't that look like Pasta Maldonado in a bit? Doesn't it look like a bit of a pasta there? I don't know why, but the Caraman looks like Maldonado. But let me know, guys, in the comments if you think that is the case on there as well. But anyway, let's go and hear Jeff once again.
Clutch bite is good, gearbox is responding normally. Make sure to warm up the tyres and brakes. Warm the tyres and brakes throughout the lap.
So of course we've got the formation now. We need to warm these tyres up, get the brakes up to temperature as well. Me and Kimi Räikkönen are the only two runners in the top 10 on the soft tyre. Everyone else in the top 10 is on the super soft. So we are going to be trying to go as long as possible in this race, me and Räikkönen. Obviously Räikkönen, who is leading the championship, and it will be nice to try and beat him and try and score some points back. So we'll see if that is the case, if we can do that. But we're just going to warm these tyres up and get these up to speed as we go into the hairpin for the first time. But anyway, in your sub boxes right now, guys, if you're watching it live, there is a link to the Belgium Grand Prix qualifying stream, which is going to be happening straight after this. So make sure, guys, to head over to that stream right now, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, so you get it on your sub feeds, or follow me on Twitter, where I'll just give you guys a bit of a link to the stream, because I haven't had time to put it in the description of this video, and I haven't even made a thumbnail yet, so I need to do that very quickly, guys. Just need to stick a flag in and whatnot. But the Belgian Grand Prix, both qualifying and the race, will happen straight after this race, so make sure to find it in the sub boxes. If you haven't already subscribed, then make sure you do, because then you'll be given that video on your sub boxes. But we'll see how we go anyway, as we will now go to the grid for this race here in Germany for the German Grand Prix. Can we get a win here? It would be nice to get a win in Germany. We nearly got a podium here, if I remember, last time out, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But we'll wait and see.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
So we'll wait now for the rest of the field to come round. So just to give you a heads up, guys, anyone watching it live right now, you may refresh your stream, as the link to the quali stream has just popped up now. So if you want to see it, I've put it in the description right now, so it should be up now, but we'll wait and see if that is the case. But we're now on the grid for the German Grand Prix. Can we get another win here in the season? And it's lights out and away we go. It's a really poor start from us there, but we just about get it done. Ricciardo's had a great start, nearly takes the lead of the race actually, but bogged down. Räikkönen maintains third place. Everyone has got through cleanly through turn 1, which I was kind of expecting a safety car, if I'm honest, but everyone is fine. We're on our merry ways now, as we will lead this race. But Ricciardo on those super soft tyres is going to be the man to watch out for in this early part of this race. But we'll wait and see. But we can see we're running a lot less wing than normal, than I would have liked, especially on the rear, just to give us a bit more straight line speed. But we'll wait and see if that is the case. And one thing I'm going to do quickly is switch to the medium tyres for the next stint. We're going to try and do something a bit different and try and go off strategy to the likes of Räikkönen, Ricciardo and co behind. Try and go a bit further on in the stint, maybe even going onto the super soft tyre that we have available to us. But we'll keep that just in case if a safety car comes out, is going to be the main factor here. But we'll see how we go, as Räikkönen's falling away just a little bit, but Ricciardo is right on the back of us. But we've got to remember, he is on the quicker tyre than us, so we'll wait and see if we can hold him off for the time being and just try and pull away as quickly as possible. But we'll wait and find out. But we're going to get a good exit, and it's now currently me, Ricciardo, Raikkonen, the top 3 as it stands at the end of the first lap. Just run a bit wide there out of 1, but we just get it nice and clean there. Just take a bit of the DRS sign off, which isn't really what I want, if I'm honest, but we'll see anyway. Just get a little bit of a poor exit there out of 2, which gives Ricciardo a chance to pass us right now. Just wrong button there. We're going to go up to Rich now. Ricciardo's got a great run here, but hopefully our straight line speed's going to help us here, and it actually is. I think Ricciardo's running a bit more wing than us at the minute, so we hopefully run a bit late into the corner. Raikkonen's making a move on Ricciardo, it seems, but backs out of it. Alonso's up to P4, so Alonso's had a cracker of a start there for the Spaniard and could maybe even be on the podium here. Lots of action going on. My voice is going actually, so I have to cool down a little bit, calm down just a little bit of this excitement of this race already. But currently it's me, Ricciardo and Raikkonen, the top 3 as it stands here in Hockenheim. But a long way to go though. It's a 34 lap race. It's a long one for me, and we've got Spa afterwards, guys. So in the description below, if you just joined, is a link to the stream. If you can't see it, guys, then just refresh it. It will pop up in the description. It's the first thing you see, and we'll go on our merry ways right now. We set the fastest lap of the race. And a little bit of a mistake there, as Ricciardo has got DRS. It's finally been enabled now, which will give him a little bit of a chance to pass us in the early parts of this race. Oh, that's a mistake there for myself. This is going to be a sitting duck moment for us. We're just going to have to hold it around the outside and pray our straight line speed is good enough to hold off Ricciardo and Raikkonen, who have got DRS. And it seems we're just about on him there, but Ricciardo's broke later into the hairpin, but we just about get it sorted there. Raikkonen's at a moment and will be in the clutches of Alonso for the time being, but we maintain the lead of the race, so we have got the advantage of straight line speed in this one, as Ricciardo's running slightly higher wings, so his car isn't going to be good in a straight line, but it'll be so good in this middle sector. As you can see, he's right on the back of us once again. Going into the stadium section we go, and it seems like we're pulling away from Raikkonen just a little bit, who is starting to hold up Alonso, Vettel and co behind, so we can maybe pull away, me and Ricciardo at the minute, and just pray we can get a good enough gap once the pit stop window comes, as we get a lot of oversteer out of the final corner, and Ricciardo's going to try and get a move done here, but just can't get it done. We maintain the position and we carry on right there, but my voice is going, so I have to just concentrate for the time being, try and get this corner absolutely spot on, and we nearly get it done. We run wide out of the corner, and here comes Ricciardo, and that was just a matter of time really. We'll see if we can get a very good run here on Ricciardo, try and late break him into the hairpin, try and get the position back. We do make the move down the inside, just give him a little bit of room as well, and we will maintain the lead of the race there. We had to make the late move. We gave him a lot of space as well. We could have squeezed him actually onto the curb into a Sebastian Vettel, but we're not that harsh, if I'm honest. But we retain the lead, which gives actually Raikkonen the chance to catch up, and he's right on the back then of Ricciardo, and actually Vettel's caught to the back of Raikkonen, so we're back to square one. Any one of these cars, I think there's about 7 of us in this train now, has a chance of winning, and there's a massive gap behind as well. This is going to be quite an exciting race, this one, I have to say. We'll wait and see if that is going to be the case, as actually the Super Soft runners are in the pits actually. Ricciardo's in already, so that's very early, I have to say. Lap 5 as Sainz is in the pits as well, so that's interesting. Alonso's in the pits as well, so very early for the Super Soft runners, I have to say. So as long as we can get these tyres to around about lap 10, I will be satisfied with that pace right now. So we're purple in the first sector, which is good. So for our tyres, not too bad as well. So we can try and get these to around about lap 9, lap 10 will be the optimal range for myself. So we'll wait and see if we can do that, of course, but we'll wait and see. And I've said that quite a number of times now, so that's an apology to myself. Unless the safety car makes an appearance, then that will be quite annoying. unless the virtual safety car comes out right now, which would be so ideal for me, especially coming into the pit lane, but I don't think it will. And try and do a Red Bull in Malaysia, that would be quite a sneaky strategy, but we're putting away from Sebastian Vettel, who is struggling on those super soft tyres to be set the fastest lap once again of this race. So we've got a nice gap behind to Raikkonen. Rosberg is third at the minute, who could win the championship come final round in Abu Dhabi. So I want you guys in the chat to post who you think deserves to win the World Championship this season, Rosberg or Hamilton. Let me know in the chat right now who you think deserves it more, going to the final round of the championship in Abu Dhabi. Well, I think Rosberg I think he needs to come only third if Hamilton wins the race to be champion. I'm not 100% sure. If someone can clarify that for me. Anyway, Alvin, no need to apologise, mate. We're all busy. We're all busy bees right now, so I can understand why you're late, so it's fine. But we've got a nice gap to Raikkonen right now, both on the same tyre, of course. I'm just trying to conserve the tyres now. Try and get them to around about lap 10, 11 would be fantastic, but I highly doubt that. We'll wait and see. How we get on with this, but Raikkonen, relatively good gap to us at the minute, so we'll wait and see. We're only getting 2 attempts as Raikkonen sets the fastest lap now, 19 flat. So Raikkonen's on the charge now with the clean air. So we've still got a long way to go in this one. Some nice suggestions in the chat of who you think should win the championship. It's good to see some different answers instead of a straightforward answer. So it's quite even in the chat right now who deserves the championship, which is good to see. Just run a bit wide. Just forgot to nearly change gear then. That would have been a bit of a fail for myself. So Massa's up to P3, who hasn't made a pit stop yet. Obviously, I think he's on a fresh set of super softs. So that's actually quite an inkling of what strategy I do in this race. If Massa stays out to about lap 9, then there could be the possibility of going into the super softs, actually. So we'll wait and see if that is the case. Just running a bit wide there out of the last corner. But me and Raikkonen setting matching pace right now, I have to say. So the gap now is 3.3 seconds. So we're maintaining the gap right now. Just running a bit wide. As actually Haryanto now is in the podium positions. So there's some massive hype in the chat for Haryanto. So we'll see what you guys think to Lord Haryanto now in P3 in this race. Go into the hairpin section once again. We're on to lap 8 of 34. One more lap before we're apparently coming into the pits, but I feel we can go a bit longer. Well, it's 50% now on the tyres, so we'll try and stay out to lap 10. Will be quite good, and then maybe go to lap 14 would be ideal, or we may have to switch it up a bit and go onto the super soft tyres. So we'll wait and see if that is going to be true, but we need to just follow Raikkonen's strategy of when he pits. So if he pits this time, we'll pit next lap. If he pits on lap 9, we'll pit on lap 10. And obviously we'll be on different tyres, of course, but I'll be quicker in the end if he does go on to the soft tyre in this stint, and then he'll be on the mediums to the end of the race. So Raikkonen stays out as well. Starting to lose a bit of tyre deg right now. The gap's down 2.6 seconds now, so that is something to be thinking about now. Need to start picking up the pace, Ryan. Championship leader is on your tail, so maybe Ferrari are definitely contenders to win their second Drivers' Championship in a row. So we'll wait and see. We gained a little bit there. Now it's 2.5 seconds. Bloody hell. Seriously, no self-promotion in the chat, please. If you do, Nick will ban you. You get a warning, and then the second strike, you are out of here. So no self-promotion, please. on your own channels unless requested. And it's distracting me now. Which obviously I do not want, of course.
You need to pit in this lap.
So I have to get 1.8 seconds. I might have to come in now, you know. I might have to call it now. Because we're losing too much time to Raikkonen. We've got to do it now, because I think he could take the lead of the race come pit stops are over. So we'll dive into the pits this time. Couldn't go an extra lap, just not worth it. And actually Raikkonen's in the pits as well, so definitely the time to come in right now. It's going to be a pit lane battle, and I think they're going on the soft tyre there for Ferrari, so we're doing different strategies now by the team. Come on, get me out, get me out. Good stop there from the boys. So we're on the mediums now. Ricciardo is through. Obviously he is on the super soft, so I can kind of understand that. Who's this coming out? It's Vettel, also on the super softs, and can we get ahead of him? It's going to be quite close between the two rivals in the series. And Vettel gets through comfortably. But we have DRS, thankfully, which is nice, so we could get Vettel back here.
Down to P6.
So I think this confirms Vettel and Ricciardo are definitely on 3 stops. We are on the 2 stop, so it's a risky strategy from Jeff, but hopefully it works. Raikkonen, I think, is going to get past Vettel. Maybe some team orders going to be happening here from the boys at Maranello, and that is the case. So Raikkonen is now up to P6. And now all we have to do is hold up Raikkonen for as long as possible here. That would be quite funny if that is true, but we'll wait and see. As these tyres can go quite far, so definitely what we want. Ricciardo's going to be pitting in the next couple of laps anyway, so we're not going to worry about him for the time being. Main rival is definitely... Oh, Ricciardo's in the pits actually, so he's gone. So he's gone. Sainz is back in the pits, so we're back up to P3. So we've got Sergio Perez next, who I believe is still on the medium tyre, so this is definitely a good sign of indication of how long the mediums can go for, as we've got both Ferraris behind us now. So this could be a bit of a Ferrari sandwich right now. Here comes Raikkonen, going to try and go on the outside of us into the hairpin. Going to hold it to the inside, just tight it out a little bit on exit as well. Just hold on to P3 for the time being, so it's going to be interesting. Obviously we can see you guys saying that the pit lane is laggy. Honestly, no idea why. So I can't really do anything about that now, guys, so I do apologise in advance, but nothing I can do about that. I might know why though, so we'll wait and see. Oh, Gullis, good to see you, mate. Didn't see you there. Oh, VEC. Okay, this is interesting. We've got a virtual safety car, no idea why, but Gullis, good to see you, mate. Guys, if you don't know, Gullis is a fantastic YouTuber. He's only just started and he's already got 2,000 subscribers, but if you want to head over to his channel, make sure to subscribe to him and say I sent you there, because he's a fantastic YouTuber. A small YouTuber who's done fantastic content from what I've seen, so make sure to subscribe to him, and that's the only plug I'll do in this stream, so good to see you all. Haryanto, I think, was just ahead. I don't know who was leading, but whoever's leading has just got a massive advantage with this virtual safety car, and this has not helped us at all. With Raikkonen right on our trumpets right now. I'm going to try and get this absolutely spot on here, if I can, with the VEC. So hopefully it comes now, or it ends just as I come around the hairpin. So here we go, boys. Let's do it now. We'll go. Come on. There we go. Nailed it. It's got a little bit of a gap to Raikkonen, which is definitely what I wanted. So a tip there for anyone who has virtual safety car issues. So
we've pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
If you want to get ahead of, once it says virtual safety car, and you've got about 5 seconds, so get the green relatively low to about 0.2 of a second, then just floor it. Once VEC ending pops up on your screen, you won't get done. You've got plenty of time before you get a penalty. So there you go. So we've got DRS on Perez, who's still out there. So this is actually quite indicating good signs that the mediums can go quite far in this one. He's done 13 laps on them, so by the time we pit, it'll be perfect actually for the soft tyre. So definitely one, but we've got the slipstream on Perez. This will mean the lead of the race returns to us throughout the pit stop phases. There we go. And we take back the lead of the German Grand Prix, which is definitely what we want. Of course, now Perez can hold up Raikkonen just a little bit now. Oh, off the track there. But take care, Goodis, anyway. Good to see you, mate. And if you've got time, we've got the Spa race after this, so if you have time, make sure to pop by. But take care, mate. It's good to see you. But remember, guys, make sure to check out his channel. So we're going to go back to standard now. We've got, what, half a lap's of fuel extra in the kitty, so we've got plenty of time to burn that up. But most importantly now, we've got to try and pull away as much as possible from Raikkonen, who is on the soft tyre, who is being held up by Perez. Obviously with dirty air, that's going to help a little bit on Raikkonen's tyre wear. As you can see, he's right on the back of him though, so that's definitely not a good sign. We're into the 18s, which is good, I guess, for the time being, but hopefully Perez can do me a favour here. And he is doing a good favour right now by holding up Raikkonen. But I think a side-by-side through turn 2, and he's actually got through, which is a bit annoying, but I think he's got DRS as well, which is annoying. I'm not sure.
Okay, some information on Bottas. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
So we'll see how this goes. Nick, could you remove someone called Alice, please? Because, yeah, you know what? You've seen the chat, so you know what to do, Nick. If you're still there, of course. Don't accept foul language or anything negative in the chat. An offence to me, so goodbye. Just jelly that a Toro Rosso is winning the race. That's why.
Okay, distance to teammate 27.3 seconds.
Just because I'm doing Sebastian Vettel right now. Haryanto, though, is the surprise here. He's in P3. He's massively been helped here by the virtual safety car. Has Haryanto. He could have a chance of a podium. Actually, that's a good point, though, from Nikos. He may actually go on the super soft, maybe. Possibly. Don't know. I know. I'm trying to focus, but hate in the chat is really annoying, and that's why I ask Nick and the other mods who are available to help me out while I'm trying to race. But Raikkonen's going to try and make a move here. Nope, backs out of it. Fair play to him. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it. We don't want negativity in this channel. Just trying to keep it straight now. 0.6 of a second covers me and Raikkonen. Haryanto's catching us both up, surprisingly. So, could we be in for a shock here at Germany? We've already had one shock in last season, which was Grosjean winning in Austria. Could we have one here in Germany? Possibly. Here comes Raikkonen again. Down the straight he goes. Just going to try and squeeze him out here if I can. Which I have done. Just went a bit wide though on exit. So he's going to come back at me here. And here he comes. Backs off a little bit. So I'm just trying to hold on for dear life here. Jeff May switches onto a different strategy, which maybe might work for us. Here comes Raikkonen. He's going to go side by side. Through the stadium section we go. And we still have the inside line. Going to hold the inside and hopefully retain the position. Raikkonen's got a better exit than us. And it's going to be extremely close. But still, oh, and Raikkonen's pushed us off the track, the little cheeky monkey. What a cheeky monkey was Raikkonen there. Just pushed us off the track. And we lose the lead of the race in controversial standards there. That is bad, I tell you, from Raikkonen. Very angry with Raikkonen right now. That is not on, I tell you that right now. Not happy with that. That's probably cost us the win here. With Raikkonen doing that silly move, pushing us wide and off the track there. And now Haryanto is going to probably get up to second place here. Here he comes. Round the outside he goes, is Haryanto. We're going to try and go around the outside of him if we can. It's going to be very close, this is. Oh, we do it nicely, round the outside. What a move.
We're considering switching to an
Back.
alternate strategy. Do you
Oh.
want to change or stick to plan A?
Maybe we can get to the end of the race on lap 21.
Understood, copy that.
That's interesting, actually, from Jeff. That's very interesting, I have to say, from a call. That's a very bold move there from Jeff. To go to lap 21 and go on to the soft tyre for 13 laps. Jeff's on crack, guys. I think he's definitely on crack. There's no way you could get that long. But it's a possibility.
Our gap to first place is 2.9 seconds.
That's... oh well. We've got to keep going. Just got to hope and pray that these tyres can go as long as they can. And maintain the gap to Raikkonen. Minute! Oh my god, that was nearly a bottle moment again. Holy god, that was close. And Haryanto is going to come back at us now. And speaking of the devil, we've got some more people coming now. I think that's Vettel and Hamilton.
In first place, hide some information on Grosjean. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
So Grosjean's got issues. So maybe 3 stops is actually the way to go, you know. I've got a feeling.
Virtual safety car, reduce speed immediately and keep a positive delta. Drop your speed, our delta is too low and we'll risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Okay, some information on Bottas. They're speeding up again, so I expect they've fixed whatever the problem
Okay,
was.
so we're going to go in the pits, guys. We're going to take a bit of a gamble right now. I just feel the mediums isn't working for me, so we're going to go into the pits, go onto a set of super soft tyres, and pray that this strategy works. I'm taking a massive gamble, but I just feel the medium tyres are not working for me. We've got Mercedes out in the pits. Well, it's the same. Well, we're not going to lose anything from this, I hope. So we're going to come out the pits. Just a massive gamble here. Try and get ahead of, I think that's Rosberg. I'm not sure. Verstappen, actually. Let's go on to a fresh set of super softs and go on to a free stop. Is I think it's the best option for us. So we'll see if that is going to be true. We'll wait and see.
VSC ending, we're going green.
Right, let's go, boys. Let's hunt them down.
Green flags. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta
Let's go.
is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
This is a massive gamble right now, and I hope this works. Because of that virtual safety car, we've basically got to have a pit stop advantage over Raikkonen right now. Plus a fresh set of super softs. This could work in our favour here. We've only lost really 2 positions from that. Plus we're on the fastest tyre possible. And I think this could work for us. That virtual safety car came at a very good point. We can jump onto the softs at the end as well and guide this home safely, or even the super softs possibly. So we'll wait and see if we can do that. 6 laps is the maximum on a used set, of course. These are a fresh set, so we may actually do 2 super softs here to the end of the race, and I think that could work for us here. So we'll wait and see, as we've got a couple of people in the pit lane.
Into first place.
Raikkonen's in. So we are back ahead of Raikkonen now. So we can really push now and just see, with Raikkonen on the mediums, we're on the super softs, we can really give it the full beans now and push, as Vettel is now in second place. And I think Haryanto is actually leading the race now, so this is a very, very risky strategy that I'm just going to have to take. Just to try and pull away from Raikkonen now. Verstappen's ahead, luckily, of Raikkonen, which is going to help me a lot right now. As I know Raikkonen's on the mediums, Verstappen's on the softs, so that may help even more. But now is the time to push. We're purple in the first sector, which is very important. Middle sector is going to be quite crucial as well. We're not quick in the middle sector. As we know, we're not the fastest through there. So we have got the softs ready, just in case. And I said I wouldn't go on this tyre, but we've got to just try something out of the book here. And we wait and see. Haryanto actually still leads this race, surprisingly. He set the fastest lap of the race. So we're coming into turn 1. Fastest of all on the track, which is definitely what I want right now. Luckily Verstappen's is holding up Raikkonen very nicely. Sainz is in the pit lane. Of course. That's but now Raikkonen, actually Vettel was right on the back of Haryanto, so Haryanto actually leads this race. Legit leads this race. As the virtual safety car first time around helped him, the second one has helped us. So still a long way to go though in this one. Still got 14 laps to go in this race. So this is going to be very, very close in terms of tyre wear for us, but we'll wait and see. Now hopefully with Haryanto holding up Vettel, this is going to help us catch up. As I think Vettel may possibly go on to a set. Oh, and Haryanto and Vettel pit from first and second. So they will now come into the pits. No idea what tyres they're going to go on, but not really bothered at the minute. But Haryanto, guys, has a chance of a podium. We'll wait and see what tyres he's going on. I don't know now, because Rosberg's now on the mediums, but we've got, what, a 5.9 second gap to Raikkonen at the minute. How's our tyres looking anyway? 22%. Now that's interesting. I could maybe go on the super softs again if we can get these tyres to go quite long in the stint. Obviously fresh set of tyres. That's why I like to keep a fresh set going into the race, of course. So we know a used set, it's about 5-6 laps, so we can get to around about lap 28. We are in with a chance here of doing another super soft stint. But it's important now that we pull away as much as possible on Raikkonen. That is the goal for us right now. He's on the medium tyre, of course.
Okay, some information on Button. They've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
So Button's out of the race, unfortunately. Could be a safety car. And if that is the case, then we'll be pitting anyway for soft tyres to the end of the race. But no sign of it just yet. 6.6 seconds.
Our gap to our teammate is 41.3 seconds.
Ooh, moment there.
Be aware.
This will be Jenson Button, I believe.
No overtaking through the yellow flags.
There he is, just parked on the left-hand side. Got to keep pushing now. Haryanto's on the mediums, so
Change available to us. Would you like to keep to the current plan or try the new one?
very dangerous place though, that McLaren. So hopefully a safety car, but I doubt it.
Copy that.
7.2 seconds now the gap. I've got to pit as early as possible though, but make sure that the tyres get to the end the soft tyres. It's 9 laps. So by lap 25 we'll be safe, but we'll have to wait and see.
You might want to consider switching to a lower fuel mix. We may not finish on the current settings.
Just trying every trick in the book now. Gap is now exactly 7 seconds here in Germany. Let's look at the tyres quickly. 36%. This could be close actually, I have to say. But I think we'll play it safe and go on the soft tyre for the final stop. But the cheeky switch to the free stopper may work for us here. We'll wait and see. I am running out of fuel, of course, you can see. I just think if I had another fresh set of super softs, then I would definitely do another super soft one, but it's just not worth the risk. Just got to pray the gap's going to be big enough here. I'll have to switch up now. We've got up to 10 laps to go at the line. Right, the final corner we go.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
7.2 still the gap. So it's still as it is. We're going to come out, I think, in second place once we made this final pit stop, I believe.
The gap behind us is 7.5 seconds.
So we gained 3 temps actually on Raikkonen in the first sector, it seems. So we've got half a lap's worth of fuel to save. I think that's possible on standard, so we'll stick to standard now to the end of the race. I think we should be safe. Obviously we've got to make the pit stop as well, so there's no need to worry, guys, about fuel. We should be fine. It's nearly 8 seconds now, the gap. That's definitely what I want. The gap's increasing. The track actually is getting a bit warmer just a little bit, so the cloud cover's coming through, which is going to help me and not the medium tyre. So this is definitely the time right now for our super soft tyres to get up to temperature and push. Stay in the 17s is where I want to be right now, as we've got someone in the pit lane. That is a Sauber who's been lapped. So I think we'll pit this time onto the soft tyre now and then just absolutely floor it if we can. Nearly 8 seconds now. We've got at least 8 laps to push.
Conditions still remain dry for a while. We will update you if the outlook changes.
So we're going to the hairpin once again. We will jump onto the soft tyre then for our final stop of the race. Even though lap 27 it says, but we'll see if the soft tyre is nice to us here. We're starting to lose sign of degradation. We're going to drop it to lean now whilst we go around the final sector. Save a bit of rear deg as well. But we'll go into the pit lane for the final time this race. It could be the move of the strategy of the race or the blunder of the race. So we'll wait and see if this works, but we'll see how it goes. We'll come into the box, then we will lose the lead of the race. And it's a good stop there from the boys. 2.1, definitely a good pit stop there. We're going to come out, I think, in 3rd place.
That was our last stop.
And we are comfortably ahead of Rio Haryanto, so definitely what we want. Right there, so definitely what we want. Now it's time to hunt down both Rosberg and Raikkonen, who are going to be quite worn on their tyres now, whilst trying to save fuel as well. But we'll see if we can do that. Let's see if this works. No idea why the pit stops are lagging. It's a weird one, I have to say. No idea why. But Just trying to short shift here as well, trying to save some fuel. Well, hopefully this strategy works for us here. I think Rosberg has to pit again. I'm not 100% sure. Haryanto's behind us, so Haryanto's going to have a great performance here in 4th place for Manor. So coming up to line now, 7 laps to go in this one. We've pulled a little bit on Rosberg, which is important. The gap is starting to drop just a little bit.
8.1 seconds. The gap to teammate is 28.0 seconds.
Just trying to save as much fuel as possible. Not trying to not lose that much time, of course.
Gap to car in front is 3.8 seconds.
3.8 seconds. Raikkonen's got traffic up ahead, which is important as well. Drop it to lean for now. Just trying to save as much fuel now while trying to catch up to Rosberg. It's just ahead of us, but we're on the podium though, which is important, but we need Raikkonen to make a mistake or pit in this one, just to spice up the championship even more.
Okay, the gap behind is 3.9 seconds.
Pulling away from good old Ria Haryanto. Raikkonen's just come across the line. The gap's about 8 seconds to the leader, so there's still time to catch up. Once we get out of that fuel, we'll be fine. Speaking of which, we are now out of fuel for the first time in a while. So that's definitely what I want. Now we can push. Once again, we're just slightly under fuel, but it won't bother us. We can now push right now for the last 6 laps of this race. And hopefully this will work, but we'll have to wait and see. Really start pushing now. Tyre wear is not going to be an issue, only 13%. Fuel is fine now, it's going up. Let's go, boys. We're just under by half a lap apparently according to the game, but the gap is now going down and down and down right now. That absolutely spot on there. Raikkonen's crossed the line. The gap's now down to 7.5 seconds as it stands right now. As we come across the line, 2.2 seconds now between me and Rosberg, and Raikkonen's now catching up to that traffic of 2 cars who are actually fighting for position as well. So that's going to be quite interesting. But 5 to go then of this race. The gap's 1.8 seconds. Right now, look at that. Look at Raikkonen's got to deal with. So I may have to use Rich on the straights, I think, to get past Rosberg, I feel, but this traffic's going to play an almighty role in the scrap here. Went a bit wide though. Rosberg gained a little bit of time on us there in the middle sector. Just run a bit wide. Haryanto doing a fantastic job holding on to 4th though, as it stands.
0.7 seconds.
Right, let's go up to Rich now. So we're getting right into the slipstream now of Rosberg. Won't be DRS, unfortunately, as we go purple in the first sector. Just under a second away from Rosberg. Got blue flags waving. Raikkonen is being held up massively by, I think that's a Sauber and also a Renault, I believe. So that's played a role there. 4 laps to go.
Raikkonen's out in front.
Just a bit of oversteer. That's fine. Purple though in the middle sector.
Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
Naz is out the race. Big moment here. Oh, it's a massive engine blowout for Nazar. Just wish that was he was ahead of Raikkonen there, but
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
that's annoying. Would have thought that was Raikkonen. Just gave us a bit of excitement there.
Green flag.
But Naz is out the race.
The distance to the leader is 5.1 seconds.
Got a beautiful run through one. We set the fastest lap of the race as well. Here we come, Rosberg. Just went a bit too deep into the corner, but we're going to get DRS on the straight now.
So the gap to our teammate is 33.2
Up to Rich.
seconds.
Lads, here we go. Hopefully this could be the pass for second place. Dive bomb into the hairpin. Did not work completely there. Had to take the risk. Didn't really work. Have to try again.
Our gap to the car in front is 0.5 seconds.
Let's try again. Just see Raikkonen. Just think it's a bit too late now. If the contact was not made with Raikkonen, this would be a different story with the virtual safety car as well, but we took a gamble. Nearly worked. Oh, that had to be a warning there. No idea why the game did not pick that up. Oh, just made a little bit of contact there with Rosberg, but we take the second place either way. And we don't get DRS, unfortunately, which is a bit annoying, but we've got 5 seconds to catch up to Raikkonen with 2 to go. No way we're going to catch up to Raikkonen, who actually, have to give credit, has done well to preserve those mediums for that long. Just that Ferrari have just got so much good tyre wear than us, or anyone else in the field, so something we've got to think about maybe. But we have got Spa next, the track that I absolutely love on this game, so I'm looking forward to be doing that for you guys next time round. And I think we won there. It was our first win of the season as well. Was Belgium, if I am correct. I could be wrong actually, but we're going to start the final lap then of this race. Jody and Palmer's ahead of us there. Maybe just give us a little bit of cheeky DRS maybe, just to hold off Rosberg maybe
Final lap of the race.
for the next lap. So come on, be nice here, Palmer. Don't let me through now. I just want some DRS. And I've got to save fuel as well, because my fuel light's blinking like a mother trucker right now.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
Come on, Palmer, let me through. Right, we should be fine on fuel, so I'm going to go back up to Rich. Come on, Palmer, get out of the way, mate. Palmer, come on, mate. Thank you. So it must be the mediums must be very good on their tyre wear, the AI, because I can't last this long on the medium tyre. That's why I had to pit early than usual. We took a gamble, didn't really work for us here today, but a podium would be nice. Either way, it will move us up the field in the championship, which is the most vital thing. Importantly as well, we're ahead of Rosberg, which will mean we may potentially stay ahead of Mercedes and maybe extend the gap in the Constructors' Championship. But Raikkonen's going to come home and extend his lead in the championship by winning the German Grand Prix here today. We're going to come home in second place, so it's a win-loss situation there, but I'll take it anyway.
Okay, good job,
And
mate. Really well done.
oh well,
That was a
P2 it is then.
fantastic drive.
So, mistakes and just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium, and as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit making its way to the top step. Fantastic win for Ferrari.
So there he is then, Raikkonen on the top of the podium. Victory here today for him, controversially with the contact with myself in the penultimate corner there. But once again, I don't know why. Why is he happy? He's never happy, guys. I don't know what is going on right there. So Raikkonen wins anyway, me in second and Rosberg in third place. Let's hear from what Crofty's got to say.
And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. It's a good result for Kimi Raikkonen, who extends his advantage at the top of the championship. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Difficult call, Crofty, but I'd like to say Sergio Perez. He's just so gifted at getting the most out of his tyres, and he showed that here today.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings. Ferrari extend their lead at the top of the championship. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment of this Formula One season.
So here we are then, lads. The final results then of this German Grand Prix. We unfortunately did not win the race, but Raikkonen wins by 6.7 seconds from myself, with Rosberg in third, Vettel in fourth, with Verstappen fifth, Ria Haryanto in P6 for Manor. Fantastic performance from him there. Lewis Hamilton in seventh, Massa eighth, Alonso, bit of the loser of the race really, dropped from fourth on the grid down to ninth, with Perez getting a top 10 as well, with Pascal Wehrlein and Evan Bottas in 12th. And our teammate unfortunately outside the points, which is not going to help us in the constructors. But the confirmation results of DNFs are Nasser and Jenson Button, both retiring from the race. But what does that mean for the championship? It means Raikkonen now leads the way by 17 points from Max Verstappen, with Vettel in third on 166 points. We're now only 6 points behind Vettel in fourth place, but we're 37 points behind Kimi Raikkonen, with Ricciardo now falling even further back, now 60 points behind the championship leader, with the two Mercedes in 6th and 7th there. In the constructors though, we are still ahead of Mercedes, but we only lost 3 points this round. 16 points now covers the top, me and Mercedes, with Red Bull and Ferrari very close with 54 points in between them. But I'm going to end the episode there, guys, but make sure to head over to the next stream, which is going to be in the description, guys, right now, for the Belgium Grand Prix episodes of both qualifying and the race. But I want you guys now to maybe decide on if you get any updates prior to going into the next ones. We get our first driver bonuses as well, which is fantastic as well, as we're up to 1,150 odd points in terms of resource there. But we're going to beat, hopefully, we have actually indeed beaten Vettel this time around the rivalry challenge, which is definitely what we need right now. So fantastic for that. And this is going to be very lovely as well. We're going to be comfortably beating Sainz, beating Vettel, and at miles ahead of where we need to be in terms of our target on there as well. And not going to bother about the resource points, the career mode score that time around. But I'm going to end the episode off there, guys. Thank you very much for watching this episode. Make sure to head over right now to my next video, which is going to be live in the next few minutes. 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to guess, on there. But we can maybe go for another update prior to this one. So let me know, guys, right now in the chat what you want me to go for in terms of the upgrade. So make sure to see what you want. But we're going to see what you want. Do we go with chassis weight? Do we go with downforce? Do we go with drag? Probably either one of them two, if I'm honest, on there. But no contract offers, unfortunately, Nick. So we've got to think really. After this, we've got Monza, and we've also got Singapore as well. So I'm going to cease trading after Singapore. So we'll probably go with an area that I have really had struggled with this season, and I'm going to go for downforce. We're going to go with downforce this time around. We're going to potentially get ahead. We'll do drag next time, Brian, just for you, mate, because he just saw your chat there. But thank you guys for watching this episode of the career mode for this one, and we will see you guys in 5 minutes time for the qualifying for the Belgium Grand Prix. I hope to see you guys there. Until then, have a fantastic day wherever you're doing, if you can't make it, guys, and I'll see you for another video on this channel, which will be later on tonight as well. So until then, have a fantastic day, guys, and I'll see you in a few minutes for the Belgium Grand Prix, both qualifying and the race. Until then, take care, guys. See you later.